guys, how you doing? It's Henry at Mowers and Pros. Welcome to another episode. This is my brand new Power Smart 21-inch self-propelled lawnmower. Has a Briggs & Stratton 550E engine. Has a primer bulb, but at least it's a Briggs & Stratton engine. Usually these Power Smart Chinese-made brands have a Chinese Longsin engine on it, or a Powermore engine on it. But they figured that they would try to use American engines, while these 550E engines are made from Briggs & Stratton, it's made in China. There's a Briggs & Stratton factory in China. Anyway, I got this from a review like over a year ago. I've tried to sell this thing twice. Both times the deal fell apart. 3 times a charm. I'm gonna try to sell it today. It's listed for $300. Guy offered me $250. I want it out. So look, it's actually a pretty good deal. It's brand new. I've never used it. I only did the review, took it out of the box, fired it up, and that's it. And it's been sitting in my backyard for a year. It is rear self-propelled. It does have a bag. Everything you need in a lawnmower. I almost feel like $250 is too cheap, but I want it out. So I just took it out of the shed. It does have some scratches being in the shed for a year, but it wiped it down a little bit. And of course it's brand new oil, since you had to put oil in it when you took it out of the box. But I did winterize it and made sure that there was no gas in there whatsoever when I stored it. So we're gonna put gas in it, and hopefully we'll be able to sell this thing for $250. The guy first offered me $200. I said no thank you, and then he wrote $250, and I said okay, $250. I guess I'd be happy with $250. So it's trickling in there. I'm priming it a couple of times. Let's see if it fires up. I mean, it's brand new, you know what I mean? It's really a pretty good mower, actually. Yes, it's a Power Smart, but I mean, it's brand new. Look, I'm not shitting you. Not one grain of grass has been cut with this thing. Brand spanking new. I mean, the wheels are muddy, but that's because I have a muddy shed. It's decent. Decent. Have the original box. It does feel lighter than other lawnmowers though. I think it's because the wheels could be beefier, kind of weak, cheap looking. I have a funny feeling that 3 is a charm. He's not gonna buy it. I just have a feeling that nobody wants this. It's cursed. It teaches me. I said to myself a while back that I wasn't gonna go to the church until the guy called me from the church. So I get to the church with all that stuff, and then he texts me and he says, sorry, it's a 21-inch, too small for him. 21-inch is the regular lawnmower width. So I'm not even gonna get upset. Wasted my time again. 3 times I tried to sell this thing, okay? It's cursed, totally. What can I do? It's part of the game that you play when you sell things to the general public. So hey guys, I'm back here with the repair of this Homelite weed whacker that I found a few days ago on my neighbor's curb. As you know, I changed the fuel lines on it, and we did get it started, and it ran pretty good for about 5 seconds or less. After that, it starts to just slowly slow down in RPMs and then eventually stall. And the reason behind that from experience is that the carburetor is probably relatively cleaned. We did take off the primer bulb flap just to see that mesh area, whether or not it was clogged, and it was. We cleaned all that stuff out and blew stuff through the holes, but it still had the same problem. It just would not keep up any fuel into the carburetor, and it would just die out. Usually the reason behind that is that the diaphragms are worn in the carburetor, and usually to fix that problem, simply just buy another carburetor. So my friends over at Hipa had sent me one. And today we're just gonna replace the carburetor and see how it runs. Right now, even when you press the primer bulb, it doesn't fill up all the way, and there's a lot of really small bubbles in it, like this. See all the bubbles in there? Tons. And the primer bulb never fills up to capacity. It's only about a third. It only fills up to a third. So you got problems with that circuit. But when we do try to start it, there we go. Woo! Started up for a little bit. Let's change this carburetor. Remove the air box cover to reveal carburetor itself. Come on. Look at this joke of a filter. It's a joke. And it looks like we need some Torx to get the two studs out. There it is right there. Take this throttle thing, the Z-bend, turn it like this so it's out. There's only one hole, so that's all you have to worry about. Carburetor comes out. Holy cow. That was incredibly hard.
That's what she said.
Let's remove these fuel lines. Outer, outer, inner, inner. And they're not threaded, but it's super tight that it made threads. I would say this is the original carburetor off of this Homelite, and you could tell this is a super old machine. Now we have a new carburetor for my friends over at Hipa Store. Hipastore.com. Go check it out. Use discount code Henry for 5% off. Link is in the description. So what's in the box? Extra fuel line, primer bulb, spark plug, fuel filter, a new gasket. Here's the new carburetor. Let's compare it with the old one. Pretty close. The throttle thing looks a little different, and on the bottom the Hipa one has these and this one doesn't. I hope that doesn't get in the way. So I'm matching up the gasket that they gave us, and if you try to match it up to the holes exactly where the studs go, the little tiny hole on the top doesn't really match up, see? So now you're limiting the amount of fluid or air going through that hole. So the gasket is not made exactly correct. It'll probably work, but I think I should make that hole bigger. So I took a drill bit and I made the hole bigger so that the hole that it needs to be opened is not impeded by the gasket. This is quality control, of course, and of course my friends over at Hipa are always watching my videos, so they'll address it. So get the orientation correct. As you can see, the new one slips right through, hasn't been threaded, so that was easy. This is on the outer, this is on the inner. Throttle Z-bend into the only hole that's there. Okay, now it's smooth. Just mess with it. Make sure that the throttle wire is not catching on anything. Now it's smooth. Choke. Okay, now let's try to prime it for the first time. See if it fills up the hole too. It is picking up fuel and now pushing it out. Get all the bubbles out. And as you can see, this primer bulb is now almost full, whereas the other one would never fill up completely. And as you can see, no bubbles are going through. Perfect. Put it to choke. Give her a couple pulls to see if it starts. It's on choke. good. Put this joke of a filter back on. Put the cover back on. We're all set. I'm gonna try to start it like you guys. That throttle's pretty good. Just for shits and giggles, let's take a look at the condition of the spark plug. I did just change the fuel filter because I wanted to make sure that it was clean. Let's look at the spark plug. It is cleanage. Perfect. So normally I sell weed whackers for like $125, but that's really dumb. It's probably why I still have like 5 or 6, because I can't sell them because I list them too high. Remember, you can get a brand new one sometimes for $99 or like $119.99. The Hyper Toughs at Home Depot, I think they're like $119. So I can't sell a used Homelite that's probably 25 years old for that kind of money. So maybe I'll list this for 50 bucks. Some nut will buy for 50 bucks, right? Starts right up. Really good throttle too. So yeah, maybe I'll get rid of them. I have like 6. Anyway, just to show you how easy it is to swap out your carburetor with a brand new Hipa one. Remember to check out hipastore.com. Just put a new string on there. It's the easy load kind. Let's see if I can do it. So I was out with my friend, Andy from Jericho, and Tom to move something for them. We went into a house where the lady was moving. She gave me all the stuff that she didn't want. 3 of these backup rechargeable batteries. They're obviously old. They're 12 volt, 8 amps per hour. I want to see if these work. 3 of them. A free hammer. A free wood chisel. A like knee creeper, like a mini creeper, you know. She's gonna throw it out. So actually this looks like this might go on some kind of tracks, right? Some kind of track. Leave it in the comments so you guys know what that is. I figured, you know, if she's gonna throw it out, I could use it to like kneel down and while I'm doing something, you know. And this really cool hatchet. It's a little rusty, but nothing a little grinding won't fix. I'm gonna do that right now. Sharpen the edges. As you saw with the grinder, I did get a boo-boo there. From the wired brush, no big deal. Anyway, look at that. This old hatchet is now like new. Made in the USA. Can't find stuff like this anymore. Made by Estwing. Estwing or E-Swing. Good survival tool for when shit hits the fan. Sharpened it too. Oof. Now to prevent it from rusting, spray some penetrating oil, any oil. Wipe it down. Good as new. Hope you guys enjoyed this really quick weed whacker fix from Homelite. We'll see you guys all next time on Mowers and Blowers.